Good morning. Hey, yo. We're back. Hey, after yesterday where the energy crash and everything was going, yeah, not so good. We're finally back for some Datsun action. Title says it all. Let's put music. It's so awkward when it's silence. I'm so used to having that little lovely lo-fi. So basically, yesterday when we ended up the stream, I had a bad luck with the odometer needle that break. But fun fact is, we're not alone. A lot of people happens to have that breaking even inside the car. However, there's not really any replacement part, so I've just chatted with a friend. We'll see what it's gonna give, but the guy has 3D printers and everything, and I know he bought a scanner, so we might have something there. However, we won't hold on that to work around on the car and prevent us from doing some work there. So basically, the idea there is gonna be to reassemble the cluster, even though we have a part that's broke inside it, and we're gonna just make sure basically that everything's still fitting in place. I mean, it will. We just remove stuff. We didn't add any stuff. But yeah, so we're just going to reassemble that now that we have a good idea of where we're going to mount right there. We're going to mount the key barrel and stuff like that. Well, from there we're just going to move forward. The idea today is to work like the title saying, really on some details. We're going to prep the dashboard to go back in. However, we're also going to probably drill our holes before that for the bulkhead fitting. We took a look at that yesterday. I'm like quite decided to throw them right in there, no matter how hard or easy it is to access them in the car. I feel like it's something that it might be a struggle to add stuff on it, but you're not playing on that every damn week. Like, it's really, if you're adding one specific thing that you're gonna touch that, then it's just plug and you're not touching it whatsoever. And being that far in the firewall, like that high, that will prevent some damage from the feet of the passenger or something like that. So overall, thinking of it, it's better to have them mounted higher than lower, even though the accessibility might be like compromised a little bit. So that's the idea there. We're gonna be doing that, and depending on how good or bad everything there is going, we might also try to tackle down the battery tray, so we have a battery holder at the back of the car. So that will be cool. In between that, like, we're gonna start with the dashboard, then we're gonna move to the bulkhead fitting, and right after that we're gonna try to connect also the brake pedal once and for all. So this way, that's gonna be something I can remove from my mind, because this is one thing I was like, nothing is final in there, and I kind of want to make everything final now, because even though we are going to disassemble everything, in the case where we are not right away disassembling everything for painting, well, I want that to be solid. I don't want to know that, I don't want to forget that my brake pedal is not properly attached, and then after that going for a test drive, let's say, and something bad happens. So that's the idea. So yeah, let's get right in here. I'm gonna bring back the cluster. I tried to glue the needle back in place, but it's so damaged from time, like it was cracked all over it. So right now we're gonna have nothing. So it's just going to be that thing here that's gonna be hanging in there, but yeah, doesn't matter, we're gonna deal with that, it's all good. So however, this morning I thought of working in something that is a little bit better, like a better improvised workbench, let's say. Let's take a look at this dual side. There you go. So with that here, no more chance of throwing that because it's hanging only on that, so that's gonna give us a good help. Only thing is we need to take care not to scratch the dashboard too much, but we should be good with that. So with that said, we're gonna be able to try to throw that back in, and that should be perfect. So let's do that, let's do this. Basically, the idea here is to push towards the front a little bit the cluster of plastic here. And the plastic is so dry in there. 40 years old, eh? That was freaking dangerous again. All right. And yeah, so basically we're gonna try to just push that back in, and then we're gonna be able to move forward. Pom, 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 pom. So with that, I'll move a little bit forward. Should be able to basically slide that in right in between, like so. And we're gonna need to, oh, that's what fell down there, right? Okay, there's one thing I see that is missing, so let me grab that. Sorry. Oh, the coughing this morning is so bad compared to yesterday. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's not feeling that great today. On that side, at least. Let me do this. Drop that in place actually, because this is where everything's happening there. Working like that. Use that to hold that in place a little bit. Yeah, not sure that's going to work. Way better. That seems to be a really good way to do it. Actually. Yep. That one there. I just need to line up with its thing. Yeah. There we go. Cool, I'm gonna secure that. With those screws, I need the screwdriver that's over there. Let's go. And then we're gonna be able to securize it from the back. So now we know it's gonna be holding in place, and I'm getting some hot air blown on me. I hate that. Let's do this. Boom, so cluster here is back in place. Now we can start working our way with the golden screws all around there. That, and I forgot one thing to put back in, that little tinted thing. Gonna have to take a look if it's a problem or not. I mean, it wouldn't be too late, I guess, so let me take a look. Oh yeah, that's way less beautiful this way, so let's try to do that. Because basically there's a screen that can show you a bunch of messages there. I don't think it's gonna be even in use now, but like that tinted screen really helped covering that and make sure that it looks pretty. Alright, I might have to remove the front cover entirely again, sadly, but there's no big deal. I'm in such a better mood than yesterday, however. Oh my god, it feels great. Like I went to bed quite early.
A few moments later.
Yeah, what's up, bud? What's up? That was a good random sound for what we're doing. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm in such a better mood than yesterday. I feel like yesterday I was like really pissed off by absolutely nothing. Like there was no reason to be, but I was. Oh. I went to bed early, but I did sleep like really bad. I didn't sleep well last night. Mostly because of cutting and yeah, but that's part of the game. Okay, can I throw it in there from here? Maybe I can, actually. Let me just... the class is going pretty well. I'm having a class tonight. I just did the correction yesterday. Overall, it's pretty good. Few students that had like, let's say, less of a good note there. Some results that were meh. But overall, it's going pretty well. One thing super cool, tomorrow morning I'm going to school, but not for my class because I don't have class on Friday. I'm going for a presentation of the cinema industry in the class of someone else. So this is pretty cool. No! It fell. Can I grab it with some long nose pliers? Because yeah, the teacher asking me for that is from the video game industry, so it was like a matter of having someone from a different industry. You can tell the kids, run, save your life. Yeah, because that will allow me to have jobs, right? LOL! Bye. There you go. So that's the little screen I need to put back in, and that I have a bit of difficulties to do. But yeah, nah, that's gonna be cool. And I have a PowerPoint for the presentation. And that PowerPoint, I haven't done it myself, thanks to David, who did a presentation last year. So I grabbed his PowerPoint and basically asked him, like, is it okay if I stole you, if I steal that from you? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. Easy peasy. But like, I've been aware of that presentation since like yesterday morning. Well, I've been asked last weekend, but it was a thing that was confirmed only yesterday. So I was like, yeah, no way I'm doing a PowerPoint or anything from scratch. So thanks to David, I'm gonna have some awesome material for kids to watch. All right, let's go. You can get to your spot there, mister. All right, I just need to line up the little button there. Without damaging anything, as usual. That's the hard part. No, I heard the little screen I put in there fall. So back to square one. So yeah, basically what I need to take care of is like to put that in the right spot, same here. So that's the hardest part to do without the little screen to fall. I will need to tilt that even more, but if I'm tilting it more, it won't hold. Won't stay in position. Maybe like that. Oh, that's gonna be hard to work with that. I mean, I can try it, but that won't be easy. Right, straight that and that. Ow. That's not bad. If I'm going and looking inside here, what am I missing? I think it is. Okay. What? The music is loud. What? Voice. All right, it fell into the. What? It fell into the loud noise filter. Why? I don't know. It heard something we haven't heard. For sure. That's pretty much it. Yep, that's better. Now we're lining up with absolutely everything. Now all I need to do is push that back without releasing the pressure from it. Is that it? Or would I be better doing that this way? This way, I think this way is better. Okay, and grabbing a screw. Not gonna lie, it's not easy to reassemble. Yeah, the butt went nuts for absolutely no reason. Alright, so now with that done, we should be good to move forward because the little screen is in place. And now if I'm spinning that, well, in fact, I'm just going to secure that once and for all. Like that, like this, alright. Pump, pump, pump. Grabbing the golden screws. Imagine reassembling the dashboard upside down. I feel like with the shape it has, it will be difficult, but hey, do not underestimate my power to fuck it up. I haven't taken a look for a universal key barrel or something like that, or like brand new Nissan key barrel. I will need to take a look at this. I have a small screw somewhere in here that's going in the front of it. I can't find it, so I'm gonna go with the one going on the sides. There. Like the speedometer at the place of the gas. All right, I've already seen some shortcuts happening in the cluster where when you were giving throttle to the engine, the fuel tank was filling up. And like the throttle, the RPM was still working properly, but the fuel tank was filling up with just giving throttle to it. Which is not exactly what it's supposed to do, if you ask me. Hopla. Now, two more at the bottom. So one here, one there. That's what's crazy about that car, the fact that the RPM is electric signal, but that the odometer, so the speedometer, is like mechanical signal. So it's here, and how fast this is spinning is giving to the speedometer the input for how much kilometers per hour needs to show. So that's quite crazy when you think of it, in my opinion. And we're missing one last little screw on the other side there. Oh, the one at the front is already done. The small one I was talking about, I already done it yesterday. Right, there you go. And from there, we should be pretty much done with that. Let me take a look at the front. I didn't have those two screws at the top there, which is no big deal. This is in place. Oh no, that's why there was. Oh man. All right, so the little thing I open it up again for is still messing up because we're missing that thing here that is pretty much destroyed. So for now, we're gonna forget about it and we're gonna go back to it one day, but not today, I think, because it's not worth it. And if I open it up to repair, yeah, if we're going back at it for repairing the needle of the odometer, well, we're gonna revisit that. But right now, what's up, Hawk? Good morning. So yeah, what I'm talking about is the screen here. You can see it fell because we're missing one plastic thing in there, but the plastic thing is so deformed that it's not good. And that's the needle we broke. Yikes. And we have a half a tank of fuel. Let's go, easy. But yeah, so that here, everything is now empty over here, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna be adding some custom gauges in there, and then here is probably going to be the key barrel, which is gonna look insanely cool. All right, boom, 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 boom. Let me throw you over here. And now we're gonna refit a bunch of things in there. First of all, reconnecting the cluster. How you doing, Hawk? I mean, we have chatted a little bit on Discord, so I kind of know how you doing. But yeah, good morning. So that here, pretty simple. That one here was going for that one. Yep, that was the cruise. Oh no, that was the cruise control at the back there. So we won't be using that anymore. That here is going right here. That super long one is going to. That was the one for that one. In fact, click. Pum, 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 pum. Like that, like this. So everything's in place. Here we have the light coming at the top here, and we have the speaker here. So the speakers, we won't be using them just now. Maybe we're gonna refit some, but not sure. That one here is one that I'm interested to look at. We have here a little light, and we have a bulb somewhere around here, yeah, the front there. And I'm wondering if I won't be able to use the signal from that to basically trigger the lighting of the gauges. Because basically, let me explain that. When we're looking here, we're gonna put 3 gauges in there, but since they are aftermarket, they're going to have a 12-volt power that we need to feed to them. They're going also to have a wire that's gonna be for lighting, because during daytime, the gauges are super bright, so the sun is not preventing you from seeing the information on it, because yeah, they are digital gauges. And when it's nighttime, you don't want them to be as bright because they are going to be a bit distractive, right? So you want them to tone down when you're turning on the headlights, when you're turning on the night lights. So when you're doing that, you want them to tone down. So you need a signal for that. And what I'm wondering is if this here, the light bar at the bottom of that, is turning on with those lights. If so, I don't really care about that. We're gonna reuse that signal here for the different gauges, so we could merge all of the 3 wires for the lighting to put that with one of the thing in here that is with the bulb, so just to the 12 volt. So when that's going to receive the 12 volt, it's gonna switch to the nighttime. So we just need to test that, since we're not sure this is how it works, but if it is the case, that will be freaking awesome. So let me grab that, grab this. We're also going to put back this thing here. So I was about to close that, but not just yet. This one was going right there. So we're gonna have to make sure we're putting that in the right spot. And let's just put it back in there right now. And I've thrown the freaking screws away. Good morning to anyone joining us today. Hope you're doing wonderful. Hope your day is going great. Mine started slowly, and right now I'm having a blast, like just chilling on the Datsun. Really today I'm like, no stress, just fun. Need to keep that simple. Oh man, I had to put that back before putting the cluster in place. Yikes. That's gonna stay in the little bin there. Hee. Look, it's fitting perfectly in that little blue crate. Perfect. We're not looking at it anymore. It doesn't exist. You're dead to me. That. Gonna use the black screws in here for the other part there. And probably you. And you for the top part there. So we're gonna re-add that part here to its place. Pump, 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 pump. After that, we're gonna drill the firewall and make sure we have positive and negative terminal in here. Pump, 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 pump. I took a look again to the Excel sheet we did to prepare the project, and honestly it's looking really good so far. I'm gonna take a look at ordering the clutch master cylinder really soon, because in not that long we're gonna be right there, ready to put that in place in the car. The glove box, I think I'm gonna let it off the dashboard right now, because it's giving us a lot of space in here, and it might be also giving us a better idea of where we're gonna mount the ECU eventually. So we're gonna leave it out there, and yeah, so that's the idea so far. Right now there was also a few tubing here for the heater core, so let's just grab them back. So here, that, and I think I was supposed to unscrew that. Yep, I was supposed to screw that at the bottom there first. Yikes, honestly I'm all doing in the wrong order this morning. Let's go. So we're gonna have a bunch of screws left, which is good, but yeah, that one is 5 screws. Let's go, let's do it properly. Ay. Need to think, need to use the brain. Brain, wake up. But yeah, so after that we're going to drill the like 32 millimeters hole, which is quite big, in the firewall, just so we can basically throw our positive and negative terminal in there. Then move to the battery tray, which is going to be a bit more fun to do, because that's not super complicated, but it's a steel rack that we're going to weld in place, so that's pretty cool. There you go, removing that again. And then just throwing that thing here right in place there. So this one's gonna be probably you and you, the only two different screws in here. Oh, not even you, Pikachu. So standard one for those. Yep. That and that. Like I said, we're probably going to revisit that anyway, because I want to change all the sealing, the like foam that's supposed to seal the heating system, because right now it's all disgusting and all the plastic are so much dusty. It's like, yeah, look at this. So I want to clean that up eventually. Not today, we're not going to start working on that, but when we're gonna do the cluster and stuff like that, that's probably when it's going to happen. So yeah, that's the idea there, because I really don't want to be leaving that like this. There's a good cleanup to be done on those parts. Speaking of cleanup, we're gonna have a bunch to do also on some engine parts. All the covers and those kind of stuff we are reusing from the engine in its OEM form. Well, we're gonna be cleaning those because they are pretty disgusting right now. And that should be a story for like something that will happen quite soon. Honestly, engine rebuild before the end of the year, that will be like awesome. And that's really doable. It will only be a matter of how good it's going for all the rest of the things. We have also the fuel setup. I need to take a look if there's any I need to take a look if there's any discount on parts for the fuel setup. That will be amazing. That there. So this is going like that. This is going like this. Or like this. I'm not sure on which side it was supposed to be. No, that's going like that. Like this. No, like that. Yeah. That and that one here at the bottom there. Let's bring you up here. Let's bring you up here. There you go. This is where you're going. There. You got this, look at what you achieved until today. That's so cool. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with what happened so far. Honestly, fuel setup's gonna be something different. Like, I think it's gonna be quite a challenge on itself. Like, most of it is quite easy, like hoses and stuff, like a fuel line, that's no big deal. It's more about whatever is going to happen to the fuel tank itself. That's a bit of a worry for me. And we have also received some part for the frame rails. So the frame rails, some parts are already here and some others are on their way. I just need to grab them, and when I've grabbed them, well, basically it's gonna be ready to get welded on, which is awesome because we're getting really close to getting the frame entirely solidify and everything. So I'm really happy with that. So honestly, everything so far is going pretty well. I think like it takes more time than I thought it would, but that's a classic on freaking project car. It's always taking way longer than you thought it will. And also we need to keep in mind it's my first one, and I'm going a bit nuts on it. Like, it could be way less intense than that if I was not taking my entire time to do absolutely everything. Now I just realized I think there's a better way to fit that. Just see that at the bottom it's not going to its proper place, I think. So let me just remove that here, that there. Now that's better. There. And then you here, there. That's way better. Now it's holding together a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna have to reseal that. Or you're not screwing anymore. There you go. But yeah, so engine wise, we're gonna have to see if we have all the parts. I think I do, but except like some sensors, but overall I think I do have most of them. So it's gonna be that there. I think the engine I'm gonna take like a good week or two to reassemble it, and that's something that could be done like in a day or two, but just because I'm gonna take like my time, but like be so cautious about absolutely everything, because what we need to keep in mind is that there's a shit ton of money on that engine. The bare block itself cost me $2,000 to bring to the machine shop and get it cleaned up entirely. Then we have about 3,000 something to 4,000 something dollars of worth of parts for it. So you don't want to screw that up on any parts. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Dashboard, I will say that's done. So yeah, it's like it's something really, really insane. Let me show you something. Front cam. There you go. So one thing, just to give you an idea, if I'm coming here and grabbing, where are they? There. So just here we have something that is quite intense and that we're gonna have to work on and modify. We got this right here. Let me show you on the other cam. Dual side. So that right here, these are the piston ring. So these are sealing your cylinder with the piston basically. So there's 3 of them, and the 2 black one in there, we need to gap them. And by gap, if you can see at there's a gap in there. When you are assembling that around the piston and pushing the piston inside the cylinder, this gap is gonna close or open up depending on what's going on. And basically we need to gap that for the turbo application we are doing. So because of that, it means that we're gonna have some work to do on them, but they are worth quite a lot. Like each of them are how much? I think one piston, one ring set is like $20 or $40 each, and there's 8 of them. So, and if you're grinding them a little bit too much, you're done. You need to buy a new one. So that's one of the part that I know, and that's almost at the beginning of the engine reassembly. I know that at this point we're gonna take our time to measure everything and make sure everything is on spec, because basically they should be ready to throw in for a normal application. I could be throwing that in the engine without doing anything and it will still work. But when you're doing turbo, because the boost add pressure into the cylinder, you want a little bit more gap, because that gap will protect the piston and the cylinder from destroying themselves if you're pushing a little bit too close to the limit. So you will have just a little bit more chance of consuming a tiny bit of oil when it's cold, when the engine is cold, but it's better to burn a little bit of oil at the beginning when starting the engine than blowing up the engine because you didn't gap your piston ring, right? So yeah, so that's the kind of thing and details that we're gonna be like addressing to make sure that engine has the best chance to survive. So yeah, That's gonna be interesting. All right, front cam. There you go. So I'm gonna grab the camera and I'm gonna throw it inside the engine bay. From here, I think we're gonna be throwing in the bulkhead fitting for the battery. That's gonna be a solid win, and yeah, I'm pretty decided that I want them to live there. So we're gonna do that and see if that was a mistake, because it seems like from what I've seen yesterday that we're gonna have the space with the blower motor and everything in there. But yeah, we just need to make sure. One thing cool is that the blower motor like housing is all plastic pretty much, so that shouldn't be like a big danger at all in there. So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna take some measurement and we're gonna basically just throw everything in there. So let's go. Dual side. There you go. So basically, just to remember you what's going on, we're gonna be adding a positive and negative terminal in here so that we can connect those wires here on the positive, and the negative is gonna be able to ground the frame rail and the engine. So no matter where our grounds are placed, we're gonna be able to make them work properly. The reason I'm gonna be grounding the frame rail also is because yeah, there's some accessories on the car that's grounded to the chassis, and since that we want to make sure it's properly grounded, and the battery is gonna help that. Also, some people will say that for safety reason and just like because you're there, you could be grounding the frame rail here and also try to ground it on the other side. However, in our case, we won't need to do that because we already proven that the ground is really good between the left and right side of the car. And let me show you in the other cam, front cam. Because basically, when we cleaned up the engine bay, when everything was disassembled, including the cross member at the bottom there, we were able to weld on the other side of the car while having a ground on that bolt right here, which means from the right chuck tower to the other side there to the frame rail and everything, the ground is good enough to basically weld, which means it's pretty good for any sensors or ground we're gonna have in there. So with that said, we're all ready to just send it as is. And yeah, so grounding just one side of the frame rail plus having the engine block grounded, we're gonna be like on the sweet spot where everything should go well, and we won't have any issues with like the electrical aspect of the car normally. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's just take another measurement and see how big the holes are going to be. Dual side. Sorry for that. So these are what we're going to plug in there. So we're gonna remove one side of that, the nut on it. Then we're gonna take the measurement and we're gonna see if, so this is my measurement, gonna lug that in. So basically what you need to see is that, yeah, that's gonna be quite thick, right? So we're gonna have that around here and the same on this side. So I wanna make sure I'm avoiding any bend and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go and probably just put that around here or something. So if I'm looking here, I would love to put that around right there. So I might mark that. I think I'm gonna need to be higher a little bit like this. So I'm gonna go grab a marker and we're gonna mark a center spot there. Like, it doesn't need to be super accurate. We're just gonna try to make sure we are on the same height level on both sides. We're gonna try to make it look good. So basically, feel like here that will be cool. And then from there, maybe I could have went even closer to that line, that molded line there. Yeah, something like that sounds good. And then here, a bit of the same thing. Like I said, we're gonna make sure they seems to be on the same height. We do that. We do this. And if I'm moving back, left side is a bit higher, so I'm gonna try to bring it down. We have like a slight bend in there, so I'm gonna bring the other one up. Still a little bit up here. There you go. So with that, we're gonna be bang on. So again, I'm just going to make sure that we have enough clearance like that. Yep, we are just slightly into the bend of the panel, but that's no big deal there. Same here, we're pretty good. Here about in the middle, there we have a bit of clearance on both sides. Same here. So we should be good to sand it like this. Let's go. So I'm gonna use a punch for that one because I want to make sure I'm gonna start it right in the middle. I don't want to just guess it. I really want to make sure we're gonna be right in the middle, bang on there. So let's grab the punch. And it's gonna be a full sand. There you go. There you go. So we have just a slight mark to help us start. And then we need some really good drill bits. But for this one, we're gonna go right with the good stuff. All right, where's my drill now? Over there, I can see it. I knew it. Of course it was there. Like, why would it be in the proper place it should be? There you go. There you go. All right, are we ready to drill holes? Oh my God, it's so stressful. Like, this is the part of the project I love and hate the most all at once. Like, it's hard to commit to drilling freaking holes in your, like, lovely car. So we need to go full send with that drill bit there. So we're just going to full send it there. Oh yeah, sorry. Loud noise. Loud noise. Well, that's a big hole. Sheesh! And we're doing the same on the other side. Loud noise. All right, so that's looking pretty well. That's looking pretty good. Seems to be leveled already, so we love that. Seems like we did a good job there. We have some isolation on the other side there, but so far so good. So let's grab the big boy now. So basically we need to go as big as this. So just not as big. We need to stop right at the end of it. So here I'm gonna send that, and we need to go to the almost the last step. So yeah, that's gonna be quite a big hole, but that's what we need to connect our battery. So let's just lube that a little bit, and then full send. Loud noise. Battery. We need more battery. So let me grab the battery from the other drill. Hopefully it's gonna be in good power condition. Seems like it's saying full. Loud noise. All right, so as you can see, the end there is quite hard to manage to get done well, but we seems to do just fine. Yo, it's really hard to look at your car with such big holes now in there. All right, and now it should fit just fine. Yeah, boy, look how good that's gonna look. And it's not all about the look, of course, it's also about the fact that it needs to be useful. But yeah, it's fun when it's looking good. So let's bring the other one too, because that's gonna be the negative. Like I said, this is a bit counterintuitive. Well, not counterintuitive, but you have to keep in mind, normally here that will be the positive side and that the negative side, because the negative side is always supposed to be towards the outside of the car. However, since we're going from here to ground the frame rail and engine block, and we have those two wires only for now that's gonna connect to the positive, it's like more logical to put them this way. Bon matin, papa! Comment vas-tu? Nous, ça va bien, on fait des trous. Loud noise. Tous les jeudis, 4 fois tête for mines, damn. Sorry, the filter for the loud noise just went off, so loud noise. All right, so I was saying basically just because it's plastic, we need to take care. It's easy to damage the thread, and right now we're just missing a tiny bit of like of a bigger hole in there. So let's just finish drilling that loud noise. All right, so we just needed that to spin freely like at the end there. So we should be good now. Let's just clean that. There we go. And now it should fit just fine. Boop. So we're gonna have that one. Let's bring that here, and we're gonna have the other one here. Pump, 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 pump. Let me just remove that. Like so. And there we go. So that's gonna be positive and negative terminal in the engine bay. Easy access, good looking. We love that. So I'm gonna move inside the car and connect those. I might able to bring you with me. Let's see. Front cam. All right, let's see here how good of a view we can have. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of things, but I can still try. So the idea is to go on that side and try to reach where they are hanging in there. And from there, we're gonna be able to basically just tighten them up against the firewall, so it's gonna sandwich the firewall. And one thing I'm really happy with is that bend, that shape in between, like between the two of them, will help prevent any bend if for any reason a wire is pulled or something. It shouldn't bend easily in there. All right, so you want to see where they are. I'm gonna try to show it to you. Dual side. Can you see right at the back there? Yes, you can see the red one, and the black one is right behind it. So if I'm doing that, so that's where I'm gonna need to bring, no. Oh, one thing I haven't think of is how big that note here is. Yo, 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 Jeff, what's up?
Hello there.
Hello there. So right now I'm just trying to put the red one in place. And it's not easy. So I'm gonna also try to do the black one. Yeah, boy. No work on a Thursday afternoon. We take those. We take those. All right, come on. All right, note to yourself. Be ready to have a bit of a fight with them. All right. One is going to be in place. That one is in place now, and now the red one. And since I've tried to screw it through a hole. It might be, I'm gonna take a guess that I need to retread it just a tiny bit. Wait for me there. I'm gonna pull it out from here and just try to thread it here. Oh no, it's threading really well. Okay. I just need talent, so let's put that through here. Look how cool this is, Jeff. Battery terminal going through the firewall. If I can just manage to screw it well. Hey, there you go. There. How good is that, guys? Front cam. Front cam. There you go. I'm gonna need to tighten them up final. Tous les fils, non. Mais on commence à préparer pour. Fait que mettre le support à moteur, le support à batterie, tout ça. Fait que ça, c'est pas mal la prochaine étape. But yeah, dual side. Dual side. Dual side. There we go. So, there you go, guys. Look at this. Positive, negative terminal right inside the car. We're gonna be able to connect those right here. So when we're putting the battery power, everything's gonna be in place and good looking there. So that's pretty awesome. So now with those mounted here, like I said, they are not in the craziest spot in the interior because they're gonna be hard to reach. Yep, so they're going to be hard to reach from the inside, but that's not something you have to play with every damn week, so it's worth it. And yeah, they're gonna be looking really cool and really easy. Also, they can be used as like they can be used to jump start the car. So let's say the battery just died for XYZ reason, and you need to get boosted. Well, you can just use that with a jumper pack and easy access to positive, negative. Everything's gonna be connected in here. We're gonna have a wire from here to from the positive to the starter motor. We're gonna have one from here to the alternator. So everything in the engine bay is gonna be related to that one here, and these two are going straight to the battery at the back of the car, which means alternator is gonna be charging from here and everything. So that's super cool because this way we are not even bothered with like having wires going all the way through the car. It's gonna be just two really good quality, really pricey, big ass wires coming from the battery to here at the front. So that's gonna just be more simple on the long run. So instead of having 10 feet long wires from alternator, starter going to the battery at the back, everything's gonna be right here, like 1 or 2 meters away of wire worth. So really easy. Probably gonna have some wires going through that here. We're probably going to add some through that cable management at the bottom, or make just a second wiring loom, because I would like to maybe have engine and body loom splitted, which is already the case since this is only body loom. We're gonna be able to just probably isolate everything that's everything's coming from the ECU and everything from the engine through a different loom. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so next step, we were talking about maybe trying to connect the brake pedal once and for all, just so we can make sure that we are not forgetting about it. First of all, I'm gonna try to tighten those a little bit more, just so we are really sure we're not messing with them again. Let me grab a tool here They are some pretty big ass chunky little nut there, so we're gonna grab something big enough to tighten them up. Hopefully it's big enough. I don't even know. Front cam. Thank you. I don't want to give someone the urge to throw. Pump, 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 pump. So back in here, dual side. All right, so is it big enough? I think it is not, man. Is it or is it not? By just like a meal. It's not big enough by like a meal. I will take a look if I have a bigger one, but I'm not sure. Damn, I'm not sure of that. Well, that might be something on the to-do list for later. Anyway, we're gonna have to plug the battery cables in there, so that's no big deal. That's not bigger. I think that was my bigger one. Well, let's take a look. Definitely not. All right, so I don't have something big enough for that. Oh well. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna have to tighten them up with the battery cable eventually, so that's no big deal. However, what we're going to try is to see if the blower motor is still fitting in its spot, because this is what I'm the most worried about. If it's not clearing the blower motor, we're kind of in trouble. But it seems like it was going to. So let's just try it, because this is going on top here. So basically one thing cool is that it's gonna be isolated here, and we're gonna have also covers with the battery cables, so there's not going to be any exposed ground or 12 volt, that's for sure. But yeah. All right, let's see. Can you go to your place, good sir? Or are you now bothered by those little thing at the back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going, because it's not harder than yesterday to put in place. There you go. Yeah, chance it's not something we're gonna have to need an access every week, because that will suck. But there we go. Point these one here, and boom. Just need 1 or 2 screws at the bottom there, but we're pretty much right there. There's a gap here. We're gonna have to replace the isolation in there. But yeah, how good is that? How good is that? So that here, that there, that big one's going right in the middle there, yep. That one right on top here, like that. Yep, that's pretty much it. All right, so everything's lining up. We love it. GG. Honestly, I'm really happy with that one, because I wasn't sure if the the blower motor was going to still fit in place, but it does. So everything looks good. It's even protecting most of the wiring loom. We were not able to basically cover at the back there. So we're doing great with that. Then we're gonna have that coming this way here, and like with the dashboard and everything. So that's pretty awesome. So now, brake pedal, or we keep going on the electrical stuff. I kind of want to do electrical stuff today, not gonna lie. Maybe I'm gonna end up with the brake pedal then. So yeah, let's move at the back. Front cam. There you go. I'm gonna push the Datsun a little bit forward so that we have a better access to the trunk. Let me just move the unit here to the side. This one I'm gonna be able to do that. Make sure we're not on the webcam cable. And then let's just move that a little bit. There you go. From there, we should be able to open that up. In fact, is that the best way to go? I think the other way around will be better. Yeah, because it's all messed up in here. So I think that going this way will be better for the cam. So I'm gonna have a bit more space. There you go. There you go. And you're gonna have a better look at what's happening in here. Dual side. Dual side. There you go. So the idea here, and we have already tried that before, it's gonna be to fit the battery tray in the back here. So I'm gonna move that a little bit to the side because we need to get access to that cover right here. When I'm talking about battery tray, this is here not the thing we're gonna use. And in here, what is that? Yeah, that's the hardware for the battery mounting terminal. This is what I'm talking about. So this is a universal battery tray that we're gonna try to fit in here, and it's coming with those hardware that's gonna clamp to the side of the battery, and we have different mounting position for it. So it's all steel, so we can secure that to the bottom, to the floor of the car basically. So when we're gonna have removed that panel here, which usually I think I'm able to do just by hand like this. So that's one clamp gone. And is there any other clamp? Yeah, one there. Any other one? I don't think so. There we go. So with that said, we had in here the spare tire that we're not going to use anymore. So instead, we're gonna try to make that leveled in here and just tack weld our battery mounting tray right at the bottom there, which means we should be all good to go. Just hiding the battery right at the bottom there. So that's pretty awesome, honestly. I can show it even better to you guys if I have enough cable. So yeah, the idea is to hide the battery right at the bottom there. So with that, I'm gonna be able to run a battery about the size of whatever I feel like, because we're gonna have plenty of space going upward, and I'm gonna be able to just throw something like this in there. I'm saying that I'm gonna have to take care of that mounting bracket here. But yeah, so from there, we're gonna be able to just throw the cables around here to the front, and we're gonna have a really good setup for the battery. So I'm gonna bring that out. And like I said, I need to take care of that bracket, so I'm really thinking about maybe removing that, just cutting it on each side so that we have more space to work on. Let me take a look. Ew, what's that? Why is there some grease at the bottom there? That's a bit disgusting. I know that Datsun already has been crashed on that side, because there is some sign on the bodywork. Pump, 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 pump. Oh my god, there's some screws going through here. Damn. And yeah, that seems like anti-size or something. Name it. I don't know exactly what that is. It's not really good looking, but hey, it's not that bad. And it's not in the way of where we're going to work. So yeah, so the idea will be that. I'm really thinking that it will be a great idea to probably not mount that there, right? Maybe I can try to hold it in place with that just to get an idea. All right, what I'm doing now is not final, okay? Do not worry, I just want to see if I can put the cover on top of that. Not going to have enough thread, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm going to. Because the lower the weight, the better it will be. So it's probably going to sit down there, but I kind of just want to see how big it can be without causing any. Yeah, man, look at this. Even there, that will fit. So we don't have to worry at all about the size of the battery or anything, except like, I mean, for the rack itself. But yeah, like even that will kind of fit. Could be welded there and at the bottom here, and we will be good to go. But I don't want empty space like that at the bottom. And like I said, the lower the weight, the better it is. The reason I'm putting that on this side, well, first of all, we have space there. We have a space right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So we have space at the bottom there due to the fact we're not reusing the spare wheel, because the spare wheel is looking like this. This is a shitty, super slim wheel, like it's a low profile. You're supposed to go like 80 kilometers per hour max with that, and it's super old and everything, so I'm not reusing that. That's saving us a lot of weight there. And the good thing with that is that it's passenger side, so it's putting a little bit more weight at the back, and also it's on the opposite side of the driver, which means it's kind of balancing, since it's like probably the entire assembly there is going to be a 50 pounds, something like that, right on the corner of the car. It's really rebalancing a little bit the car itself, so that's really good. But yeah, I think we're gonna try to cut that bracket right there and see if we can just get a little bit more space. That way we're gonna be able to weld that right at the bottom there without worrying that the battery is tilted because it's crushing against that. All right, loud noise incoming when I'm gonna be done. There you go. Not too bad. Yeah, Yeah, just like that. So without that on top, we're gonna be really well. I just reused the one for the spare wheel. Shut up. Shut the hell up. So yeah, so basically there you go. So that's gonna be cool. Now let's just grab the buffer, remove that bracket at the back there. It's not bolted, right? Nah, it's really part of the car. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the entire thing here inside is greasy. Like I think they put a bit of in like anti-rust or something. But yeah, so buffer time. Pump, 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 pump. There you go. Already have a cutting disc in here. It's not a cutting disc, it's a grinding disc. Gonna change that. Pump, 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 pump. That. Right there. Like that. Where's my next cutting disc? That's a cutting disc. Slim. Alright, do not OSHA me because there's no protection on top of my buffer, please. Oh, Jeff, did you saw that in the stream now you have OSHA as a sound and an effect? There you go. Have you seen on top right corner the inspector screeching? Alright, I'm gonna bring some ear protection because you know I'm a good guy, so I'm gonna do that. Pump, 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 pump. So let's remove the battery from there. We don't want an accident to happen. There you go. And let's remove that, because for now we don't need that. Loud noise. One thing important is to know what you're doing, and to know that I'm gonna freaking bring a light, because right now I'm not seeing shit in there. That's a bit better. Alright, I don't know how good or bad that's gonna be for you guys. Maybe I can put you inside the car. Watch out. Moving! There you go. So we're gonna cut that. All right, seems good. Loud noise. All right, once I'm done, the reason I went this way, you're gonna see I'm gonna smash with a hammer the two sides because I don't have enough space to reach them. So that way, removing the two little flap out on the top, then removing the front part allows me to go like that and then just cut on the side. Let me grab that. Loud noise.
Now that's a lot of damage!
All right. Oh, the voice did came back by itself. Loud noise. Alright, not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Because basically what I'm seeing right now is that I could tack weld that to here and like give rigidity to that, then weld just the edge there, so everything will still be super solid without being in the way. Because yeah, I can remove some parts to try to gain, to remove a bit of weight, but at the same time I want to make sure that everything stays super solid. Hi Jojo! Hawk, I think you went in here this morning and didn't do a tradition now, so I'm kind of sad right now. I've been waiting all day long for one special thing. Ayaya, ayaya. And today I was sync with it. I was like waiting for it for so long. I haven't messed it up. Let's go. Thank you. I was missing that sound. Yay! Now my day is doing just fine. Moving all that. Oh, there's so much disgusting thing at the bottom there, but don't care. And that is where that's going to sit for good. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's instantly better. All right, so with that said, let's take a look. Let me think. That I have a small level to see if everything's leveled in there. That could be a good idea. If I remember where I put it, because it wasn't here usually. Oh yeah, it's there. And I was like, I have the feeling I put it somewhere else. But no, it's there. So we have a really tiny level that we're gonna try to use for just giving us an idea that we're in the right spot. So already we're not leveled here, because getting your battery leveled is quite a good thing. It will help you prevent a mess, a potential mess. Right, that's gonna be a hard one to level perfectly. There you go, and on that side there, pretty much spot on. So we're gonna be able to mark a few spots in here, and then we're gonna throw a bit of welding action. We won't be too crazy on it because it just needs to hold in place, not to and not bend. But yeah, we're gonna try to make that look great. I think I'm gonna fold that that tab at the back there towards the left, so we're gonna be able to tack weld it on all corners. So one here, one over here, at the bottom there, and then we will be good to go, and even at the bottom here and here. So yeah, we should be good with that. Should be pretty good. So let me grab a white marker and just try to make sure we are having that right in the spot. No one's gonna be against a little bit of welding action, right? Whoops, I hit the cam. There you go. So we're gonna be marking that here because we need to remove the paint from there. Marking that here. Ew, it's so disgusting down there. That here. There we have a mark. All right, that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna try to fold that tab right now, just so I can see where it's going to go over there. Let me grab that front cam. All right, so right now this is the tab I'm talking about. So you see how it's designed. We're gonna fold that towards the outside so that we can just have something good happening with it. I'm gonna do that probably right on the workbench. Oh, I closed my screen. All right, I can see the chat now. Oh, I can now. No, I had the chat, but I didn't have my screen. All right, So this way here towards that way, yeah. There you go. Up there. And now let's grab a hammer. It's hammer time, baby. Loud noise. All right. That simple. Boink. That's the kind of part I don't care to modify, even if it's brand new, because it's meant to be. Dual side. Dual side. You little butt. Dual side. There you go. Feel like you're looking at the ground quite a lot. All right, so there you go. Now that should fit right there. Yep. And now I'm gonna be able to just use that and tack weld that right on top there, or even at the back maybe, to hold a bit of pressure in there. Like so. And yeah, we're just going to have to figure it out, but everything is pretty much on point there. There. That seems pretty good. Battery holding tray. So let's just reference that here, and then it's time to remove some paint. Because if we're not, well, it's not going to weld really good. So we have a bit of reference point here and there. All right, let's grab, which tool am I using for that? It's quite a small spot, so we could be using that. I already have a brushing pad on it. Yep, seems like a good idea. Loud noise. All right, seems like we're pretty much good to go. We're gonna bring the welder in place and we're gonna start trying to weld that. First of all, I'm gonna try to weld the back here, that plate. Like I said, that will be cool to just fuse that edge and here. So yeah, we're gonna try that first. Let me try to, oh, there you go. That way that's gonna be less in our way. So front cam. That smile. Hello. You needed that smile? You're more than welcome. And it's at this moment I had some food in my feet and I look like a dumbass. Well, just a tiny bit. What do you mean freaking creepy? Do not exaggerate. Wow. She's calling me from time to time a fat ass. Now she's calling me a super creep. Wow. All right, can we jump that without throwing that on the ground? Yes, we can. We still have gas, I hope. Yo. Yes, we do. Phew! I thought it was empty. I was like, no way. Yeah, it's easy to write afterward. A badass, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Hee hee. No, I did a scratch. All right, can we move that over there? Yikers. Okay, and do we have enough extension for getting power over here? I think we do. Oh, almost. Just need to twist it. Okay, I hear in French. Wow. Wow. Did she just said French were dumb? Is that what she said? No, I'm kidding. Not my fault, hee hee, angel. I just been like the classic internet like stupid guy right there, like always changing what someone said into something that's like insulting or offending. All right, hopefully this is going to be a good ground, but it should, because we are on bare metal. Then should put that in B because it's quite thin. Do that, do this, grab the gloves, and set the car on fire. All right, ready guys? We're gonna do some welding. Dual side. All right, just need to grab the helmet, clean it quickly because it's really dusty. Make sure it's still working. Yep. Remove the bonnet, the beanie, and then let's prepare that. I'm gonna open up the gas, turn that on, make sure we do have wire. Yes, we do. cut it up to make it clean. All right, welding time. I'm losing an earbud. No, I just lost the end of my earbud. And it's gonna be all disgusting because it rolled on the ground. I don't even know where it went. All right, I'm gonna be stuck with one earbud or one that is super uncomfortable. I think that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be uncomfortable. Welding, that's what I needed today, because that is the most awesome thing to do. All right, guys, let's go. All right. Gonna open up the door a little bit. And there was some pouch box. Right, so that, let's try to do that other edge there. I'm gonna just put the light over here. It's too strong. Metal is quite thin, so let's go in A setting. I could make a channel called Just Welding Sound. Alright, so that should be now super rigid. Everything's in there is good. Alright, let's move that on the side for now. B is gonna be the same for later on. It's smoky there. At least it's not like getting filled with smoke after I'm done welding, which means it's not catching on fire right now, which is pretty good. Otherwise that will suck. Well, I mean, I have snow really close to me right now, so that's okay. All right. Now let's try to fit that in. Level. This is leveled. But this is not. Left to right is really good right now, but forward, backward, there's just a slight tilt in it. I don't know how bad or good that is. Like, I know it needs to be. Woo!
Okfun 727 Cheered X100, Issa is bad unicorn not fat love. Cœur étincelant.
Cœur étincelant. We love that. Thank you for the 100 BDs, Hawk. I love you being in here. I love that. I said badass, not fat ass. And it was the fact that she read it in French is even better with what she said before. Not my fault if you read it in French. That's even more perfect. Thank you so much, Hawk, for the 100s. The 100. I couldn't understand a word of what she said. The but is really bad in French, but I love it because it's bad. All right, Jeff, are you still in here? Jojo, are you still in here? Give me your advice. 2 degrees of tilt towards the exterior, so it's a bit more deep that way than this way. For a battery, I don't think it's a big deal, right? Honestly, I don't think, because there's cars where usually it's almost always sitting super flat. Hard to tell. Maybe I'm just going to bring that up a little bit. So let's just try to do that. Or maybe if I bring that, oh yeah, if I bring that on top there, it's way better. Here, that will be almost perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Now this here needs a little tilt like that. This is perfect. This is almost perfect. Oh, pretty perfect. No, all right, never mind. We're right on spot right there. So I'm gonna weld everything I can right now, and then go from there and move around. So let me just do that. We're gonna put our ground in here. Hopefully won't move anything. Right, so far so good. Like that. And then welding time. Ready, guys? Get ready, because we're gonna weld everything. Weld the weld. How come I tried to make sure it was not like all mixed up, the 2 cables, and when I grab the gun it's already messed up. All right, first step. That one here is not super strong, but it's gonna do. Let's do the one at the bottom there. Did the music stop? No, okay. I need the light, the funny little light. Right, pretty good. So far, so good. That were okay. That were quite good. All right, front here now. All right, metal is way more thin on this side, so we're gonna go with just that. Let's make sure the car is not on fire under here. Does not seems to be. Oh, seems pretty good. That will suck if the car was catching on fire at this point. Right, so now we need to grab the light and bring that over here. I'm gonna try to give it a try on that corner, but that's gonna be hard. Seems like I've done it. Oh, I can't say that's fun to do. All right, one last at the back there, and we would have a properly secured battery tray that is fully leveled. Yes, sir. All right, let's go. Right, that last one I'm not super happy with how it turns out, so there you go. That's way better. All right, we're good. Oh. It's a bit of a mess, but we're good. Alright, need to put that beanie back because oh my god, I feel my hair being such a mess. So how good or bad is that? Let's see. Is it cracking or anything if I'm trying to move it? That's the entire car moving doing that. So I think we're good. All right, I think we're really good. That's not going anywhere. Part of me will want to paint this entire car, man. All right, do I have a bit of, oh, that was my feet. Do I have a bit of paint to throw in there? Probably yes. Pump, 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 pump. All right, let's just throw that on so it doesn't rust right away. In fact, I'm gonna paint the entire thing. Look at this. Without even cleaning it, just a temporary black. No chill, just some paint. Boom. Easy painting. Big skills. So basically the idea there is just to cover it with a small paint like layer just so it doesn't rust right away. Since we put some heat, we welded some spot, it's gonna tend to rust. So yeah, this way we're gonna protect it, and if at some point we're deciding to go nuts and strip the back and paint it, that will be awesome. Well, we're gonna be able to, but yeah. So therefore the battery tray is mounted, and we're just going to have to buy some cables and bring two really chunky cables to the back, from the back to the front. So this is the idea there. I'm gonna close the gas bottle. We should be done with welding today. And if you want to see what kind of chunky battery terminal I'm talking about, this is the kind of chunkiness we're gonna, yes, right on the fresh paint. So this is the kind of battery terminal we're gonna have. It's quite chunky, it's fitting into a nice cover, and it's made to be used with those really big thing there. So with that we should be able to use some really thick battery cable. And even there, the provided thing in here, these are like, they are big, but we might go even bigger than that a little bit, so it's gonna depend. But yeah, so it's a really simple yet super effective battery terminal. So that's the idea right there. And from there, just so you see the big picture for it, the idea here is to secure the battery, so no matter how big and thick it is, we're gonna be securing the battery with that piece here that's gonna mount on the corner of the battery and hold it in place. All that with those provided mounts that are going right on the sides here. So yeah, when that's gonna be dry, we're gonna be able to test fit that in place. Oh. Oof, the paint fume when you're sick and coughing all the time, not great, eh? I've seen better than that. So yeah, so that's pretty much the battery tray right there. That's cool. I'm happy with how it turns out. All right, let me do that. Do this. I mean, the paint layer on right now is not clean or anything, but like we don't really care for that. If we happen to paint all that, we're gonna make it cleaner. But yeah, so right now that also means we should be able to just close the panel on top of that with the battery in place, and it's gonna be all good. So yeah, I love that. I love that. Thick paint. Oh no, it's a really small layer of paint, but at some point I would love to throw a proper paint all the, like honestly, if I had the will, the time, and like it wasn't so pricey, I will strip the entire car and send it for powder coating. So a full-on powder coat, interior, exterior, that will be amazing and super long-term protection. But that costs like thousands and thousands of dollars, so I'm not ready to put that much money for paint. Yeah, that will be freaking clean, yeah. I agree. Oh, also, front cam. For the windshield washer bottle, I was planning on trying to maybe deform it so it clears the master cylinder, but I think I'm just going to go with a smaller version of that. Reason for that, I found like a drift car parts company that are doing one that has that kind of bracket at the back. It's really smaller, so we won't have as much windshield washer fluid than we have here, but at the same time it's coming with like everything, a pump, and like everything's already mounted in there, so that will mean just a super easy fit. And it's a windshield washer pump that you can find anywhere for like $10, so it's really long-term friendly and everything. So I think that's gonna be a thing for later on. Was that you just have to find a way to fit the car in the oven? Yeah, fair. But I know places that are doing it. Like I know places where they're doing industrial powder coating that are actually doing that for a race car. So I know a drift team in Tetra Mines who are basically getting their all their drift cars powder coated entirely. It's crazy. It's just crazy when you think of it. Right, fume is pretty much gone, so I'm gonna close the garage door. Pom, pom, pom. Yeah, they are freaking rich. They have done like a S15, two S15 so far, and Soarer, is that how you say that? Soarer, the Toyota. So pretty insane. Sorry. Really not the greatest welding and paint fume when you're sick, I'm telling you that. All right, so next step will be pretty much the brake pedal. That was what was planned for today. After that, I need to buy over the weekend everything for the fuel tank. We might be starting working on the... Hey, I need to look. Maybe I can grab Saturday the parts for the frame rail. Because if I grab that, we could be working on the frame rail to finish that next week, which means we need to remove again the front cross member. But when this is going to be done, we can just go ahead and like fit that for once and for all until the car is done and getting disassembled for painting the engine bay and everything. But yeah, so that will be like a one big final push and we will be good to go. Are you going to fit there? Of course not, right? Nope. And yeah, so that will be a thing. So with that done, we will be good to go for the frame rail. Then it will be fuel tank, the rear setup of the Datsun, like the cross member stuff, the tubular thing. That will be it. We will go on a fuel tank, fuel system, brake system. I'm going to buy that, by the way, 20% off every custom parts that we were supposed to buy next summer. So coilovers, big bird kits, like everything is 20% this week and next week. So I'm buying that right now, 20%. It's huge. It's saving me like over $1,000 US. So I'm gonna grab them right away. So we might be fitting that even sooner than we thought. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing that when the back there is gonna be done, even though we don't need it just yet. And yeah, I need to think about it because the rear suspension is not working the same way as the front, so we're gonna have to fit some bearing and stuff in there. We might be waiting a little bit for that. I think fuel system is gonna be the big next project, and after that is done, engine, waiting for the transmission, getting the transmission, waiting for the engine management, then throwing that in, and we should be good to go. And yeah, all those little details we're working right now is like an in-between, and it's stuff we need to keep in mind. We need to not forget about it, but at the same time, it's also some stuff that could be waiting once we are waiting for major parts to come in. So I think engine is getting really close in the list of priority, because we can't start the engine without the fuel system, but since we have most of the parts here, we can still work on that if we're waiting for like a fuel pump and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Holy shit, we're making progression, damn. All right, I know it's been a short stream, 2 hours 30 minutes, but I think I'm gonna leave it there today. I feel like I'm gonna go on the computer and just start looking for the parts we're missing right now. Just go ahead and make sure we're not forgetting about anything, but we're pretty much right there. I need to look for the key barrel, I need to look for fuel system, and after that I need to make sure we have pretty much everything in here. Then it's gonna be ready to go. I need to plan, in fact, the next few weeks what we're doing, what we're gonna do, and in what order, because basically if I'm not having that info, it's hard for me to get inside the garage to like come here to work and be like, okay, today what are we going to do? So yeah, I need to really think about it and make sure we're all set with that. So frame rail is probably going to be the next thing, then fuel system, and I need to order the fuel system now so that when we're gonna be done with the frame rail, all the parts are already here. And yeah, because we're going to modify probably the fuel tank and fit 2 fuel pump in there. There's none going in there usually. OEM style is like the pump is external, and it's 1 fuel pump external, and just the fuel level sensor inside the fuel tank. Now we're gonna have to figure out a way to match, to fit 2 fuel pump inside the fuel tank, so 2 internal fuel pump with the fuel level sensor that we don't really have. I have one upstairs, but it's super crusty, it's rusty as hell, it's not good. So maybe it's still working, but it's not looking pretty or anything. And I want to see if there so if there's one that could be just a level going up and down along a rod, that will be so much easier to work it out. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at this, but for now guys, I think I'm gonna leave it there today, and I'm gonna go prepare for my class tonight also. So part shopping, preparing for my class tonight, so that's gonna be it. Thank you so much again for being here, guys. That's really appreciated. I love it. I really enjoyed that. We're moving on the Datsun. This week I feel like it was a bit slower. I still feel like the energy is quite low because I was sick the entire week last week, and I still have something like about it this week. So yeah, I'm not up there, but at the same time we still have progression done. Battery cables. Drink. Do I still have coffee? Coffee is done. All right, I did it. So yeah, so basically battery cable, fuel system, then we're gonna be like pretty much up there. So I'll see you next week, guy. Tomorrow is Friday. We might be playing again Little Company tomorrow night. It's yet to be confirmed. Hey, Cochonnet, bonjour! So yet to be confirmed, but tomorrow night probably playing some Little Company with people. So be around. That's gonna be fun, and I'll see you there. So have a good night, guys. See you. Bye.